This is an update on the laser communicator project. So in my last video I did a redesign of the project, and then I built that in preparation to make the next video. So here's the circuit on the breadboard. I hooked up the laser module, pointed it at a photocell, which I then ran to a set of computer speakers just as a proof of concept for the transmitter end. Turned it on, heard a pop in the speakers, that was encouraging. Moved my fingers through the laser beam, and as I moved them through I heard little faint popping noises. So the receiver was picking up the laser. And then I picked up the microphone and talked into it, and I thought I could barely hear something coming over the speakers. So I literally put the microphone in my mouth and hummed as loud as I could, and definitely heard my humming coming over the speakers. And then I smelled the smoke. I don't know how I did this because everything should have stayed within parameters, but I partially damaged the laser module, and now it's not putting enough laser out to make it work, so I can't continue the project because I can't find my spare lasers. I bought 10 of them and now I can't find them. They're little tiny things. There's just a little tiny bag of 9 lasers and I can't find them. So until I find that, I can't make the video. So I decided to make this update just to let you know that it's still coming along. So anyway, here's the circuit, and I realized there's a mistake in this circuit too. If we look at these two resistors, they are totally superfluous. I was designing this off the cuff, as I often do, and these resistors don't have to be there. Let's take a look at the circuit and see why. So if I remove the microphone and the resistors and the capacitor, I have this circuit. And if we look at this resistor here, we see that there's no current flowing through it, so there won't be any voltage difference across it, so it's doing absolutely nothing, so it might as well not be there. And then this resistor, same thing, there's no current flowing through it. Now you might see this in some circuits to control the voltage offsets between the two inputs of a operational amplifier, but as far as changing the output voltage of the circuit, it's doing nothing, so it might as well not be there either. So let's get rid of that. It's just a short circuit, or acting like a short circuit. And so what do we have left? A voltage follower. So the circuit was a voltage follower anyway, so if I power it with 9 volts, which means I'll have 4.5 volts here. I'll have 4.5 volts on the output, 4.5 volts on the inverting input, and 4.5 volts everywhere. So if I put everything back, I'm going to have 4.5 volts anyway. I don't need those bias resistors, so I threw them out. So I think I'm going to redo the redesign video because of the mistake I made there. So anyway, this is the final circuit as I'm going to build it, and as soon as I find that laser, I'm going to do that and make it work. And as I said, it did work, but I did have a gain problem with the op amp, so we'll have to see how to deal with that when the time comes. So that's what's happening so far. I just wanted to give you an update and let you know that the videos are going to be coming, and just a quick update on the power supply video too. The power supply is essentially finished. All we have to do there is just put it into a case and we have a finished product that we can use on the bench. But remember, this circuit was not designed to be the best power supply you could build, and you can probably get a just as good a one or a better one just off the shelf for the cost of the parts. But if you want to build one and say, I built this myself, we'll put this into a case and have a bench power supply when we're finished. So that's the status of the laser communicator project. As soon as I find those laser diodes, I will rebuild it, troubleshoot why the output was so low, and move on. If you found this video useful and informative, please give me a thumbs up down below. It really helps the channel. And subscribe, because that not only informs you when I put new videos up, but it really helps the channel also. And a big thank you to my patrons at Patreon. I could not make these videos without your support. If you want to help me put these videos online and keep real vocational education free at vocademy.net, you can go to patreon.com/join/vocademy and pledge your support. And again, a big thank you to my patrons who make this possible, and a big thank you to everyone for watching.